Okay, it's rolling? Alright. Well, I'm gonna read part of the book called Bloodman. Uh, yeah, I don't really want to read it. Alright, chapter 1. Day 4, Montauk, Mont, whatever, it's on Long Island. 200 feet below the rolling metal surface of the Atlantic, a handful of ghosts skittered along the ocean floor in a jerky seesaw roll, furling and unfurling in a diluvial ballet. Sorry, I can't say that word. I'll tell you how to spell it in a second. Okay, Diluvial. If you know how to spell it or know how to say it, post a video response. But it's hard. They were dragged forward by the storm raging overhead, still together after miles of progress across the rock's stern bottom. Soon, see, I was right there. Soon the gentle slope of the sea floor would change pitch, the earth would drop away into black, and see, it doesn't finish it just says into black. Wouldn't you say into black darkness of the abyss, and the ghosts would tumble down into the deep? Wouldn't that make more sense? But okay. Okay. There, there they would be picked by the Gulf Stream to be dragged up the eastern. I'm done with this. I'm done with page 1. Um, I'm sorry. I don't even want to read this no more. It's just so. Ugh. Okay, Eastern Seaboard, past Massachusetts, finally washing on into the North Atlantic. Maybe that. Maybe they would be consumed by the creatures they swam in the dark world of the cold waters. Maybe they would simply decay and be forgotten, but it was certain they would never be touched by daylight or warmth again. Debris littered the ocean floor around them, and the sounds of the world coming apart at the seams echoed overhead. An army of lawn furniture, scabs of roofing tiles, plywood tires, an old Barbie doll, golf bags, a dented refrigerator, oil paintings, a battered Dodge Charger. Oh man, that was a good one. Um, banged along in the current with them, heading straight out to sea. Of all the Detritus, the Charger moved the slowest. Okay, all the debris. Okay, translated that word. The Charger moved the slowest, tumbling over and over on its side. One door gone. Alright, let's go. Can I go to another page? Or I can't. Oh nope, there we go. How many chapters can I read? Can I read 3? No? Just one big chapter. Okay, chapter 2. I can't believe we fast forward to day 1 instead of day 4. Well, we know what happens on day 4 now. So that tells you the end of the book is going to be a conclusion on what happened and why it's going on. So we're on day 1. I don't want to read it no more. I really don't. It's really stupid, hard to read. I'm only in like 6th grade. I can still read it, but I just don't want to read it because I can't say. Wait, let's read this. Day 1, same place. All right. Ugh. Jake Cole stood at the door, looking down at the tattered man he had last seen the night he had walked out more than a quarter of a century ago. What? What? A century is like whatever. Standing on the rug, he left a minor sizzle in the circuitry as a burst of the old emotions came back, but he very much realized that he was no longer afraid or angry or any of the other things that had finally given him the courage to leave. But the sensation was there, if only in the abstract. The rug had aged, faded, and started the fray on 3 sides. No. Why the rug? Anyone else would have thrown it out, but not his old man. He had never paid attention to things like rugs, manners, or his son. No, the only thing Jacob Coleridge had ever given a shit about was color. The rug was purple. Only his father would have called it Pantone 269. It's cussing in this book. I love it already. The flowers were once white, and it shows the little thing. I don't know. It's like a line, and then it says blue, white, side, whatever. It's hard to read that shit. Purchased by his mother in a tourist shop on Montauk, whatever, place, same place, before she died, and his father's drinking got out of control and started crawling around in a skull like poisonous spider, turning whatever kindness was left to pyrotechnic meanness. Fuck it, Jake thought. It would say Jake or says Jack. I said Jake, right? Okay. Jack thought. Jake. Jack. Jake. Okay, Jake thought. I keep getting him mixed up with his father. It's purple and white. And wiped his feet on it. He unlocked the big deadbolt and pushed the door open. His fingers splayed out on the dark teak, then stepped inside. Okay. Without his father here, he left like he was. No, he not left. He felt like he was invading the old man's kingdom. Besides, being an extremely private man, Jacob Coleridge Sr. Oh no, his dad's name's not Jack. He could be Jack, but his name is Jake. Son of a um was well, his name is Jacob Coleridge Jr. But I guess his name is Jake now. That seems more better. Senior was a control freak extraordinaire, but Jake wasn't an interloper. He had been summoned, beckoned if you wanted to be exact, to make decisions for a man who was no longer capable of making them for himself. According to the doctor Jake had spoken to at the hospital, his father had set himself ablaze during the Alzheimer-fueled fit of confusion. Let's see, it's Alzheimer's. Okay. Oh, itchy nose. Fueled fit of da da da. Coming as close to killing himself as anyone would want to get. And the hardcore hermit and workaholic had finally run out of time. Oh, whoop, did I go down too far? Run out of time, run out of time, run out of time. Where are you? I just read. Okay. He would never paint again. Who cares about painting? Who? Why? At that, his son thought they may as well take him out behind the hospital, perch him on the edge of the dumpster, and blow his head off, because, without his painting, Jacob Coleridge wasn't even there. With perfect muscle memory, Jake's fingers reached into the dark and found the heavy backlight switches just inside the door. Blip, blip, blip. The three Werner Patton plexiglass globes that lit up the main foyer cracked to life. Jake stood in the doorway for a minute, the big aluminum Halliburton forgotten in his hand, and gazed around the room in 28 years. It hadn't changed. It hadn't changed. Look at that. Underline that. Woo. Oh yeah, I'm just reading a sample of it. It's only been 8 minutes. But yeah, I'm reading a sample of it. It's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. Alright, back to reading. Um, yada da. Where's heading at? Okay. And not in the nomenclature, whatever that says, of a real estate agent telling you that it needed updating, although that was part of it. No, the spaces of the space is more visceral than that. Man, I can't believe I know that word and didn't say it right. The room was a stage set of the Dickens. Oh, is that a bad word? Did I just say a bad word? I don't know. Jake walked past the Nakashima console. Ooh. In the entry, a big undressed slab of walnut, and dropped his keys on a dusty surface beside the wireframe model of a spear that had been there as long as he could remember. Dust and spiderwebs stuck to the polished metal surface and a fuzzy skin. When Jake dropped the keys, the flesh of the sculpture moved, almost flinched. In the optical illusion in the late afternoon light, he moved into the body of the home. Ugh. I got more reading, right? And I can keep reading. Oh, stupid author note I don't want to read. Back to where I am. The house had been one of the first all-glass dwellings built on the point. I think I'm gonna stop the YouTube video here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stop it here and do part 2 of it. Peace.